Hi everyone, I am Ashish and I am a part of the Tech Alliance program team. Today's topic for the webinar is one of the most sought after topic when it comes to the integration with QRadar products. We will be discussing the newly launched QRadar suite of products and explain how Universal REST API protocol is the one-stop solution to integrate with all these newly launched products. Moving on to the agenda, so today's agenda includes introduction to the newly launched QRadar products and why Universal REST API, as we call it UREST, is an essential link for us as app developers to create integrations for the future. UREST protocol will be discussed in detail with the emphasis on the best practices and some troubleshooting tips. We will discuss on how you will be able to build new integrations and what changes are required in the current integrations to make them compatible with the product features. We'll also discuss about the DSM editor, how to parse data, what are the different components of the UREST like the workflow parameter files and the workflow XML files. Moving on, many of you here will be already aware that our next generation of QRadar SIEM was recently launched. The amount of data that needs to be processed by SIEMs right now or in these days has increased many folds. This requires our solution to be scalable on demand. Our QRadar SIEM Classic, which we had used for integration, that is for building integration of our apps, was earlier based on RHEL. But our new, that is the new QRadar Suite, is built on OpenShift technology. OpenShift is resilient and scalable, and the same features have been inherited by our QRadar Log Insights and the QRadar Cloud Native solution. The upgrades for these products and the updates for these products happen on the go. As an analyst or an end user, it provides a single platform where we have a fully integrated SOAR, federated searches, automatic investigations, which are done based on the data that is received. And we also have connected workflows for incident management. The AI technology that is being used is transparent and explainable, which is the foundation for the trust built by IBM with its customers. A lot of open standards like STIX, TAXI, Sigma rules have been used in these products, and we see a lot of people are contributing to these in our community projects. If you look at the figure on the left hand side, you will see that it is based on a hybrid cloud platform and an open tech, which is the OpenShift. X-Force Threat Intel is tightly integrated for investigating the incidents and vulnerabilities. There is an underlying common design language across all the products, which is called the Unified Analyst Experience, or what we call as UAX. So UAX has actually enhanced the user experience of the new QRadar Cloud Native solution. As you can see at the bottom, we already have innumerable integrations available with many of our security vendors, and the new integrations are being built as we speak. So a lot has changed from our QRadar Classic to a QRadar suite of products. Now, this slide describes the QRadar cloud native architecture in brief. We see a varied data sources sending data to the data collector, and data collector then sends that to the QRadar suite. Data is processed and stored in a database called ClickHouse, which provides very high speeds for searches, powerful analytics, and it also supports clustering. As this solution is built on OpenShift, there is a high resiliency which is inbuilt. A single node failure is not a showstopper anymore for us now. On the right top, we see a few applications are there in the UX, which are the part of QRadar Suite. These are the Data Explorer, where we can perform federated searches and threat hunting. Then we have something called as a Case Manager, which is the QRadar SOAR integration with all the automated workflows and playbooks. We see Detection and Response Center, which is very similar to the use case manager application on our QRadar Classic platform. You can create and map rules to the MITRE attack framework using this. And then we also have a threat investigator, which basically automates threat analysis for us. So the complete takeaway from the slide is that the new generation QRadar is really fast, it's scalable, it is AI enabled with automated response to incidents and very powerful in terms of performance. The adoption of the new generation QRadar has already started and few of our customers are moving to QRadar cloud native. So as an application developer, the question that you might have is, what is the most important action item for you right now? So as of now, one action item that you can undertake is to implement Universal REST API protocol for integrating the third-party security solutions with QRadar. Now, as how to do it, as how to integrate and why to integrate is everything that we'll discuss in the next part of our webinar. So on this slide, you see a list of QRadar products, out of which we have highlighted a few of them. For all these highlighted products, Universal REST API protocol can be used to integrate with a third-party security solution. So what does this mean? It means that if you have created an integration using UREST, that is the Universal REST API protocol, for say QRadar Classic, it will be easily portable as it is to the next gen QRadar suite of products. You don't need to make any changes, and that is why we say that UREST protocol is portable. When we talk about integrations, one of the important factor is the change over time. You know that with the new versions of the products that are coming, new types of events are introduced. Using Universal REST API protocol, least changes have to be done on the configuration side for these new changes or these new event types to be integrated. Had it been a QRadar application which is using some other protocol other than the UREST, a lot more changes have to be done. So the second property is kind of a minimal changes are required when APIs change or new events come in. Universal REST API protocol is also very scalable by creating different log sources and changing the call points if required. One of the most fascinating feature of Universal REST is that it is programmable by nature and hence it can be optimized. For example, consider that you do not want a specific type of a data, from an endpoint. Using UREST, we can actually filter at the we can actually filter that data at the source itself. This helps keep the data transfer rates lower as well as the CPU cycles at a lower. The output that we receive using a universal REST protocol is a JSON object. For QRadar, JSON data is easy to parse. If say there is a syslog data that is sent. For parsing the data, we will need to write regex expressions. Now, while writing these regex expressions, the regex expression may not be optimized, and this would be the source of performance degradation issues in QRadar. But when you are using a JSON data, the chances of parsing being expensive in terms of CPU is very minimal. In all, there are many advantages of using UREST protocol instead of other protocols for integration. But the most important thing for us as app developers is that it is portable across different QRadar products.